Imagine you writing the same piece of code 500 times or 1000 times. So what do? You just write print in brackets some statement and you repeat the same thing again and again. Isn't it boring? That is smart way to do in Python. So those smart way is called as loops. Today you, me will be excel or do mastery in these loops. Shall we go into the video? Welcome to day 9. Today we are going to learn about loops. Actually, we are doing master in this course. So in today's class, we will be discussing about for, while, break, continuous and nested for loops. So before getting into serious coding, let us first understand when or where you have to use all these loops. So loops are nothing but if we are asking our computer or to do certain action repeatedly is called as loops. For instance, take your fan. Okay, when you on the fan, it continuously keeps spinning until or unless you off it. Means until or unless your condition fails, which is nothing but while loop. Let us take one more example, like your YouTube. So yeah, once your video, like the whatever video you are seeing, it gets end and the next video gets played, and so on, where we use a logic called for loop. Now for suppose like I have entered my ATM pin wrong thrice, immediately my card gets blocked, which is nothing but break. Okay, same logic we teach Python. Because Python don't understand we human beings, so whatever I am telling you, you will understand very clearly. But computer is a machine, it don't understand anything. So we are going to teach Python repeatedly. What is repeater? Same logic applies to your coding also. We as a human beings, we understand what I am actually meant, but computer don't understand. So if you want your PC to do a task repeatedly, then we are going to use loops. There are 4 tools to control replication, doing an action repeatedly. Okay, those are for, while, break and continuous. Okay, so without further delay, let's go into the coding part or in depth of this concept. For loop. For loop is nothing but if you are asking a computer to do a fixed number of times, then it is called for loop. For example, I have given for I in range bracket open 5. Means I am asking my computer to do this task 5 times. So then I am using a for loop. Okay, the syntax for the for loop is for the variable in range. You have to specify the starting value, ending value and increment value. And then you have to write your set of code, then or a statement, and obviously when you run the code you get the result. Without further delay, let's go into coding part. I just want to print hello 5 times. So I just write for in range. How many times I want to repeat the loop? 5 times. And just print, I am printing hello 5 times. Okay, and just run your code. Your output will be displayed. Can you see? You got how many? 5 times your loop. Now you can ask me a question. So let us see. Like for example, ma'am, why I have to use for loop? Why can't you write your set of code like this, which also works similarly? Now, when you run this code, if you clearly see my hello has been printed continuously, and if you want your tab space or a new line, you can do. So these can be done if you are using a single piece of code. If I am using a lot, then like for example, I have printed hello and I also print some more statement like welcome to our class. Okay, so I just want to print hello welcome to our class 5 times. So then if you see carefully, set of instructions where I am going to do repeatedly, then I will be using for loop. Okay, so shall we do more examples on for loop? Let me write a code. Write a program to print natural numbers. Okay, natural numbers from 1 to 100. So I just wrote a piece. So I want a piece, but condition is what? Our challenge is we have to write this code only in 2 lines. Okay, so challenge accepted. So let me try. For I in range. So my starting value, natural number starts from 1 and it ends till like 100 we ask or no. So we will ask n plus 1. That is 1 not 1. If I don't write anything, the value by defaultly will increase by 1. Then just simply write a print and I am printing what is there in I. Once you run this code, you get your result. See, can you see carefully? You get all the natural numbers from 1 to 100. So now, like I want multiples of 5 and the number should start with 0. So if you see, shall we see the multiples of 5? Chalo. See, if you see carefully, we get the multiples of 5 here. If you see, it starts from 0, 5, 10, 15, 20, so on. So isn't it crazy? Now, task for you guys. I want a skip count of 10. So pause the video and try it. You have 10 seconds to do it. Wow, wonderful. You have done your task very beautifully. Now let us go into one more example. Why can't we print a multiplication table? So let us start to print a multiplication table. Now write a program to print a table, multiplication table of your choice. Now I want user to give me what table you want to print. So I want to print a 2 table, 3 table, 5 table. We will ask. Enter which table you want to print. So I just write enter which table you want to print. So my condition I have written and which table you want to print. Now let us start for loop. For I in range, I want my table should start with 1 and it should go till 20 table work. I want it. Okay. I am not printing 20 like 2 ones are 2 2s are like that, 2 20s are. I want. So for that I have written the piece of code. Now let us start printing. Now what I want X to be displayed first and then I want an multiplication symbol. Then I want I to be displayed. Then I want equals to symbol. Then I want to print what becomes X into I. Okay. Now let us run the code and see. Now I want to print 10 table. So if you see, I get 10 table. Can you see carefully the output? Yes. If you see maximum how many lines I have written the piece of code, 3 lines. Actually, if you have to like I want 5 table directly, if you write 5 also, you get the code instead of X you can write 5. So you get the 5 table easily. Isn't it crazy? So this is all about for loops. We can do a lot more, but let us concentrate on these 3 examples initially. And here is a mini challenge to you guys. Write a program to print only even numbers between 1 to 100. I just want you to print only even numbers between 1 to 100. So please try it. If you have completed, Please comment done and please pause the video, think it and do it. While loop. When we will be using while loop means when we don't know how many times, like before writing the piece of code only, when you don't know how many times you have to repeat a loop, then we use while loops. Okay, so while loops can be in simple terms, I'll tell you what is while loop. While loops are the loops which will repeat until or unless your condition is true. If your condition gets failed, it stops. There we use while loops. So when to use for loop and when to use while loop means when you are writing a piece of code, if you know prior how many times you have to repeat a loop, then you use for loop. If you don't know, then we use while loop. So let us go into practical session of while loop. So is it clear when to use for loop and when to use while loop? So let us write a code to print a number reverse. Like I want a number to be printed in reverse. Okay, so I'll take the piece of code. So I'll take a count as a variable. Like I want a count to be printed every time, like 10, 9, 8. So what we are doing? We are writing a code to print countdown. Okay, like I'm trying to deploy how this countdown works. So simply let's run the code, and if you see, you get count is 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2 and blast off. Oh, this is how your countdown starts. Okay, isn't it crazy? Wow, we can do countdown coding also. Yes, you can do everything in code. So without further delay, shall we try one more program? So I'm going to design a code. We often play this code, no? Guess the number. When you are writing a piece of code, we often play this game called guess the number. So shall we guess the or design a game for guess the numbers? So to design a game for guess numbers, what I have taken is, I have taken a secret number. So that secret number can be anything. So you are trying to put the secret number as 20, 30. If you want, you can fix that number. And you are asking your friend to guess that number. Let me not take input. So let me give it complex. So my secret number is 20. So I want my friend to guess my number until or unless they have to repeat the loop continuously till their guess is correct. So let us run the code. So first I am guessing the number is 6. Then what is telling? Guessed number is 6. It is wrong. Try again. Now I am trying it as 58. So again I get the same message. 89, same message. 50, same message. And when I keep 20, it says correct. You got it right. Wow. With a piece of code like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 lines or 6 lines. Within 6 lines of code, I have designed a game of guessing a number. Isn't it so interesting? If you want, actually, you can make this game more interactive. Like, you can ask your friend, enter a secret number. Okay, enter a secret number. So I ask my friend to enter a secret number. Now my friend has entered the secret number. So my friend has entered the secret number as 42. Now another friend is trying to guess it. So another friend has guessed it is 10. It is showing wrong answer. 5 wrong answer. 6 wrong answer. 48 wrong answer. 49 wrong answer. 58 is also wrong answer. So like this you can actually make games more interesting in our labs. So coding is not always serious. We can actually make fun out of it. Clear what why loop will be executed until or unless if your condition breaks, loop breaks. As long as your condition is correct, loop works perfectly fine. Break is just like a firewall. As soon as you hit it, the loop breaks. It will not repeat it. That is nothing but break. So for break, also syntax is for I in range, whatever you want to give, then you can give. And here they have used an if condition, as if that loop has reached 5, it will stop printing. Otherwise, it will continue. So let us write this piece of code and understand it more clearly. Let me write this piece of code. For I in range 1, 11, if I is equals to 5, break and print. Now guess what is the output? I am guessing output as 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, and as soon as it reaches 5, it breaks the condition. Whether it is working or not, check it out. So you get from, actually not from 0 because I is starting from 1. So you get as 1, 2, 3, 4, and as soon as it reaches 5, it will break. Let us see continue. What happens when we write continue? It will continue printing although it reaches 5, but it just skips that 5 particular number. So if it reaches 5, you continue. Means it will reach that particular iteration and continue with the next iteration. Break la, when you want to break it in middle, then you use the break loop. Break. Continuous means when you want to skip something, then we can use continuous. Clear? Break means when you want to break as soon as it reaches the target, stop the loop, then you will be using break. Continuous means it just skips the round. That particular iteration, it skips. Okay, skips that round or iteration. Now to understand break more clearly, like let us write a piece of code for our ATM. Like whether I am giving correct password or wrong password. Like if I have given wrong password, within three turns it should fail. So I have wrote a piece of code. And if you see carefully also, this code is not too big. So the correct pin is 1, 2, 3, 4. Attempts is 0 attempts. Till now you haven't attempted anything. So when the loop is executed, when the loop is less than, means your attempt should be less than 3 times. So then this will be repeat. Then what you have to do, you have to enter your pin. So if you entered your pin is correct, then you get access to your ATM. Else it will display as wrong pin and attempts will be increased by 1. If for at all, like if your while loop condition fails and if our attempt reaches thrice, you get code block 3 wrong attempts. As you have done 3 wrong attempts, your code is getting blocked. This is the code how your ATM works. So wow, we have started writing the code how our ATM works. So let me give my pin as 5698. So it is showing a wrong password. So let us try again and even one more time. So it is saying code block. So as I have attempted 3 pins. Now let us try to give one more time. Okay, we will give. Wow, this time my password is right, so it is asking let give permission as access granted. This is exactly how your real ATM works. I am excited guys because I have taught you how our ATM is working in real life. Okay, without further delay, let's continue with our next topic, which is nothing but nested for loops. So we will be writing about, or we will be discussing about nested loops. What is nested loops means? In a loop, if you have one more loop, then it is called as nested loop. What we will do a pattern printing this time. Like I want to print a right angle triangle, but it should be pre-built with an star, asterisk. Are you confused, guys? Can we print pattern printing in Python? Yes, this is very important to train an AI. So as pattern printing is very easy in Python, AI is a backbone, like for Python is a backbone for AI. Now I have taken rows. Rows is equals to int input. How many rows you want to print? Now I have started a loop and I asked the loop should start with 1. After every time the row should be shifted to the next, increased by 1. And j is equals to then how many times that our loop is repeating, that I position I have given, and I ask it to print. And end is equals to quotation means it will not shift to the next line. If you don't write end, what happens? It goes to the new line. So now let us see the right angle triangle. So I want a 5. Okay, I wrote I'm writing here 5, and if you see carefully, I got my right angle triangle. So I'll just, can you see the right angle triangle? Wow. Can I make with percentage symbols? Let us try. I want with 10. See, we got a big right angle triangle. This is how pattern printing works in Python. So you are doing nested for here. In a for you are writing one more for. Means in a loop you are writing one more loop. How this loop works means initially I position will be like 1. Okay. In range, what is the row position? Row I have given 5. So 5 plus 1 becomes 6. So it will be 1 comma 6. For j in range, that I position is how much? 1. So it will print 1 time. If it is 2, it gives 2 times. Let us see if you don't have this end, what happens. If you don't have this end, what happens? It prints as a single like this. So if you want this pattern printing to be printed beside, you have to definitely use this end version. That's how you get your printing done. Okay, so I have given 4, I got I have given 4 and I get the output like this. Very easy, right? Nested for. Now for suppose I want full table of multiplication from 1 to 5 or 6. Then how it works? So I have taken an initializer for I 1 comma 6 means 1 to 5 table. It will repeat again and again and see you get your table. See 5 table is there, 4 table is there, and then 3 table they have given, 2 table they have given, 1 table. So this is multiplication table. Now without further delay, let's deal with our last program, today's last program. So today we will do it a little big. So we will design a smart analyzer. What we are going to do? We are going to build a smart analyzer which will try to actually like it will take a set of numbers, it will do sum, minimum, max and average of those numbers. Okay, I am also new this concept, so let me try it. So for that I just started writing n is equals to int input, enter a number. So for total I need a variable, so I have taken a variable called total. Maximum number I need a variable, minimum number also I need a variable. Now for I in range, num is equals to, what is that number you have to take? No, I have taken from the user. Total is equals to total plus num. Next one is what I am checking, if num is none or num is greater than max, or condition I am using. And then same with min, and I have done the formula for the average and I am printing the result of sum, average, min and max. Let us try. So first of all, I want to take 10 numbers. So randomly let us take the 10 numbers: 45, 56, 23, 42, 78, 56, 21 and 52. Sorry, 53 and then 45, and last number is 78. So if you see, the sum of all numbers is 500, average is 50 and maximum numbers is 78 and minimum number is 21. Wow. And this complex code I have written, if you see very carefully, I just completed this complex code only within 17 steps. Actually, if you want, you can reduce it, but I made it as 17. Okay, so if you see carefully, I have used a for loop for taking numbers. After taking numbers, I am counting it, total may, and I am checking which is the minimum number and which is the maximum number. And last, I have done the average and tried to put everything in one place and print it. Now it's time for your challenge. I want you people to do pattern printing. So I want output like this. Can you see the output? I am just typing in front of you. Okay, can you see carefully? I want my output to be displayed like this. So pause the video and you have 3 minutes time. Try to write this set of code. So you have how many minutes time? You have 3 minutes time to write this set of code, and please pause the video and try to write the code. Okay, so already your time started. Now I will run the 2 minutes trailer, and meanwhile I'll stop the sharing and start coding for this code. Time up, stop writing or stop coding. Let us see the code. So I have run the for loop and the same concept which I have already told. Let us see. And I get my output successfully. Now comment who have done it successfully as done, and who haven't do it. It's okay, because we all are in learning phase. It's okay to do mistakes. So try it and start printing different types of pattern printings, so on. Now let us discuss the common mistakes. The loop. What is infinite loop? Means continuously. Loop will not get break. So infinite loop forgets to update variable. So it continuously prints, like while count is greater than 20, print count. So it keeps on counting and you are given -1. Right one should be count is equals to count -1. And if you don't write this increment or decrement, loop will get fail. Next one is off by 1 error in range. Like whenever you are giving any range should be, like for example your target is 5. You have to write 5 plus 1 at the end. So starting position should be 1 and ending position should be n plus 1. Or starting position, depending upon program, it changes. But loop start, loop end should be very careful. And we have already discussed this concept when you are dealing with ifs also. People often use single equals to instead of double equals to. So even single equals to isn't wrong, because single equals to is an assignment operator, whereas double equals to is a comparison operator. Sometimes some people will be using wrong spacing. Wrong indent also leads to errors. So avoid doing all those mistakes, and this is your homework, guys. So what is your homework? Print the all even numbers from 1 to 50 using for loop. I have given a number. That number should be printed reverse, and check whether the given number is prime using loop, and also try to do login system. I have done by using for loop. Now you do by using while loop. Print a full diamond pattern using nested loop. Once you have done all this homework, please comment day 8 done below. And when you finish all the tasks, you will be definitely doing master in your course. So happy to see you again in the next class. Please do like, share and comment, and also recommend our channel to your friends. Keep coding, keep smiling. Thank you.